welcome back, my enlightened ones. Welcome back to my channel. This is I for Winds Cat. Welcome back, guys. Great to have you back in my home. Got some craziness going on here with the weather. We've had tornado watches all day long. The weather's outside my window. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like yellowish green outside right now. Anyway, it's just really weird. So anyway, we have thunder boomers going on in the background, so hopefully everything will be okay as we go about the class today. So welcome Adam, welcome Shane, welcome Vincent, welcome Julie and Sarah, and anybody else who stumbles across my craziness later on. If you can like and subscribe so I can get my craziness out there, I'd greatly appreciate that. So tonight, Lughnasadh or Lamaze, and it's not that Lamaze, it's a different Lamaze, Celtic harvest. So we will be discussing that. Just to bring it up so I don't forget, soul retrieval next week. You will need 1 or 2 eggs, depending if you want to do your house as well. But we're going to do soul retrieval by using eggs, and I'm going to explain what a soul retrieval is in the shamanic terms and how you can go through a little bit of that so you understand what a soul retrieval actually is, and we will be performing one, just a small one, and then later on I will be building up to a meditation that we actually all can get together and go through all the different realms and pull back our soul pieces that are broken off through not just this lifetime but other lifetimes as well. So let me jump over to comments. How is everybody tonight? Everybody good? Everybody stoked? Everybody happy? So I thought with tonight we would actually do rune casting, and I'm going to be using my rune cubes tonight. So there's only 4 of them in the bag. So I thought that would be fun to do at the end of the class. If you guys want to hang out and let me do just a little reading on you guys, that would be great to do there. So I have my bowline with me. This thing is very dangerous. So the bowline is actually the knife of choice. Bowline usually has a white handle. This thing, as you can see, it's very, very old. I've had it a very long time. You can see all the patinaing, the tarnishment on it from it being wet and so forth and so on. So there's a blade here on the back. There's a blade here on the front, and there's also a blade here at the bottom. So this is quite the weapon if you want to get rid of neighbors or anyway. I didn't say that. I'm just kidding around. Anyway, so this is for cutting herbs, of course. So this is the bowling knife here. I just wanted to show that to you. So I can get it off my desk because it's in my way. So past life regression, that's great, Sarah, because you just gave me another idea for another class, because I'm down to my last 3 classes and I'm trying to come up with other ideas to do that we haven't done before. So past life regression would be a wonderful one to do. So that's great. Great thinking there, Sarah. So anyway, so tonight's class, let me get up here to my banners. Let's see here. You have me laughing, Cat. Oh my God. Oh no. Is my hair out of place? I'm just kidding. All right, so Lughnasadh, here we go, guys. So this is actually the first harvest before winter starts to fly. So here we go, celebrating Lamaze and Lughnasadh, the harvest season. So remember, if we go back to our lovely wheel of the year, here it is. So we started at the very, very tippity top at Samhain. Okay, and then from there we went to Yule, and then Invoke, and then down to Ostara and Beltane, Litha, and now we are at Lamaze, and I believe it's backwards for me. So it's over here for me, but it's over here for you. So anyway, so now we're at Lamaze. Lamaze is the midway point between Litha and Mabon. If you look there, and Mabon is the last harvest that we actually are Sabbath that we will. Excuse me, a spat, my bad, that we will be doing. You have what's called Sabbath and a spat. This Lamaze is a Sabbath. So it's the halfway point. It's marking the sun's location is what it's doing. Okay, so now let's move on, shall we? So it is the first harvest. It's usually your grain harvest, and you can see there they got bowlines or scythes or whatever you want to call them that are in their hands. Sorry. I was just jumping over the comments, making sure I didn't miss anything. So, Lughnasadh Lamas, blessings to you. The wheel has turned once more. The first harvest is at our door, giving us abundance of plenty. We share them with our own in many. Our dying sun begins to fade as the goddess bears the fruit we've made. The sun will journey back to earth in the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Okay, so this is what the Druids, this is what everybody celebrates is the what I call the tides of the year that ebb and flow to everything. So that's really just cool how that goes. Like I said, the first harvest usually is your wheat, is your grains, and this is why it is actually called Lamas, because if you go into Lamas, Lamas is actually, it stands for bread mass. So they're actually creating bread with the first grains of the harvest of the seasons, and that's how they're celebrating. So Lamas is celebrated on August 1st as Lughnasadh, also known as Lughnasadh, comes from the Old English word half loaf, okay, or mass feast, a celebration of the first loaves of bread baked from the newly harvested grain. The colors associated with Lamas are orange, gold, and purple. That's why I got my purple over here. Okay, this is my favorite color, yay! So symbols, sunflowers, grain, bread, corn, dollies. We'll be showing you those in a moment. Ritual work, light work, protection, remembrance, harvesting, abundance, bread, baking spells. So I'm just basically going down the line. I'm going to stop right there, and I got a few things I got to read to you guys here. So I'm going to jump over the comments so I'm not rude, just in case anybody else is new in here. Nope, Sara and Julie. And again, if you guys stumble along later, you're just as important to us. And thank you for jumping on in. And so, okay, so here we go. I just want to mark where I am here so I don't lose my spot. And there we go. The dog days of summer are upon us. The weather is sticky and hot, golden fields of grain swaying in the warm breezes. Here, let me put that up for you. And we find ourselves on the cusp of Lughnasadh Lamas. Lughnasadh derives its name from the Celtic deity Lu, known as the god of many skills. It's so funny when I put a banner up in front of my face. I feel I need to yell louder, like it's blocking my voice. It's so funny how my mind works. It's really scary, actually. All right, so back to Lughnasadh. On the pagan holiday celebrates the late summer season and is steeped in tradition and spiritual meaning. This sacred celebration is observed annually on the first day of August. It's also a time of deep reflection, of joy, and we come together to honor the bountiful harvest. Many pagan witches and those interested in nature spirituality celebrate the season's cycles, sometimes referred to as the Wheel of the Year. Okay, and consisting of the 8 celebrations for the festivals, which are in Beltane, Lughnasadh, and Samhain, are rooted in the Celtic history and origins. The other 4 are equinoxes: the spring equinox, the summer solstice, the autumn equinox, and the winter solstice. Represents the sun's location. When Lughnasadh begins once the sun sets on July 31st in the northern hemisphere, January 31st in the southern hemisphere. It continues until sunset on August 1st. So it starts on July 31st as the sun sets, and they party all night long until August 1st, where they pass out in the morning sunlight. Remember the ancient Gauls, okay? The Gauls are a group of Celtic people. They celebrate to start a new day once the sun went down. This has been highlighted. Let me get this out of my face. There you go. This has been highlighted by Caesar's writings about the Gaelic wars. All Gauls, which again are a group of Celtic people, are described from the god Dis, and says that this tradition has been handed down by the Druids. For the reason they compute the divisions of every season, not by the number of days, but the nights. They keep birthdays and new beginnings of months and years in such an as in order, the day follows the night. So Julius Caesar translated. This is going to be just really quick right here. However, some spiritual practitioners prefer to celebrate August 5th or August 6th due to the position of the sun. This is called the Old Lammas. So depending on what tradition and what you are actually following, depends on where you want to do it. When do you want to do it? So again, Lughnasadh blessings, celebration of Mother Earth and nature's abundance. Lughnasadh, the halfway point between the summer solstice, as I said here, between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. It is the first of the 3 pagan holidays celebrated the summer harvest. The Gaelic festival derives its name from the god Lu. I have him here. Let me get him for you. Where are you going there, Lou? So I call this one Fabio. This is Fabio. The one through his fiery hair. So anyway, here's another picture of him. Here he is. So he is a Celtic god. He is the god of the sun, is what he is. It literally means Lu's gathering. Lughnasadh means Lu's gathering. Wiccan practitioners will often refer to as the cross-quarter holiday. Lammas is a Christian holiday celebrated on August 1st. That means the loaf mass, which is referring to the bread in Holy Communion. Okay. In the English church, it was kept as a harvest festival when loaves of bread were made from the new grain that were consecrated. So you bless the grain. Again, everything with intent. Its name was derived from the Anglo-Saxon word meaning loaf mass. Ghoul is another name associated with August 1st, which is also the date of the festival of St. Peter's Chain in the Celtic festival of Lughnasadh. Okay. Okay, let me hide that one. Let's read this one. Lammas, Lu, the god of the grain. Lammas, the grain harvest, is also known as Lughnasadh. This festival feels the presence of more than one earth spirit, as the different aspects of the sun and the grain contribute their energies, but predominantly it is the Celtic sun, god Lu, who rules Lammas. He is inaugurated the festival to commemorate Mother Earth. The Sun King's energy has caused the grain to ripen in the spirit of John Barleycorn. Plays a sacrificial king as the grain is cut down. They have marijuana corn god too. I don't know. I think there's a harvest for that coming in soon. I wouldn't know this, but I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. So another Greek god I want to just point out that is associated with this is Demeter. She's the Greek goddess known as her fierce protection of her daughter Persephone. Demeter was known as the goddess of death as well. Sending the plants to sleep in the winter time is part of her powers and balance of all things. So this is the short little story behind her. This is what happened. Zeus played a part in this one. All right, so Demeter, okay, as I said, she is a Greek goddess. Her daughter was kidnapped by Zeus. The kidnapper allowed her to see her daughter every 6 months. He kept her in Hades, down in hell with him, okay? And only for 6 months she could rise, and that the 6 months was spring and summer when everything would flourish because Demeter would be happy again because her daughter came home. And then when her daughter would have to return for the 6 months down to Hades for the fall and winter, this is when everything would die again. So the other 6 months would be summer and hence also winter when she returned back to Zeus. So that's a crazy story right there. All right. So let's see here. Lughnasadh traditions. At the heart of this time-honored tradition lies the sacred ritual of baking Lughnasadh bread. Symbolizing the first harvest, this loaf, lovingly crafted and blessed, serves as the sacred representation of our gratitude for the abundance given to us by Mother Nature. Mother Gaia. Okay, so here's another way to celebrate. So here's the bread. Making a loaf of bread. Cast the fire. Remember, everything's about those fires. Host a harvest feast. Decorate your home with wheat. Leave a harvest offering for the deities. Honor the sun with rituals. And I want to point out that the harvest offerings to the deities, this is important. This is actually a tradition that was passed down from Druidism and stuff, is when you sit here and these things help your garden grow with their energies and the things that they do. You have no idea the magic that they're putting into your stuff. And so by honoring them, you don't take the entire harvest. You always leave a libation behind for these beings of gratitude. Remember, everything's about gratitude. I'm so thankful for these gifts. You don't want to piss them off because you might have a harvest that's not going to take off next year. And so it's always good to stay on the good thing side. And guess what? Lughnasadh is the king of the Tawath and the Dawn, and he is their son. Okay, and this is who I deal with. My fairies that you see blowing around my room every once in a while, they are of the Tawath and the Dawn, and so I gotta keep my guys happy. Altar ideas, here you go. Some ideas for your altar. Cauldron, of course. The besom, that is your broom. That's for sweeping sacred space, not so much for sweeping the floor. Spiritual space. Sweep, sweep, sweep away all the cares of the day. Cast out shadows, cast out wrong. Make my body, make my room safe and strong. Whatever you want to say with that. Your crystals, your botanicals, your veggies, your fruits, your pine cones. Sun symbols, wheat, sunflowers, grains, corn, candles, and bread. Incense, statues, corn dolly. I have Bridget here. She's not quite the corn dolly, but she's Celtic, and this is raffia, but I'm just using that to demonstrate that could be corn. The corn husk, actually, sun wheel, offering bowl, tarot card, and garland. And also to the sun wheel, what they believed is they create a wheel, whether it's a wagon wheel, and they put wheat in, they'll light it on fire. And what they do is they roll it down the hill and let it land into the water. Again, it's supposed to be representation of these two times coming together. That's what I call the tween spots, or the sweet spots. This is a great time to do lovely rituals, scrying, if you want to know things, which we're going to do tonight. We're going to be doing some scrying tonight, so that will be cool too. All right, so although the sun is strong and hot, you'll notice the days are beginning to shorten. This season is lush and abundant, but nature is already beginning to sense the coming of the colder winter days. So begins the days of the preparation, gathering seeds and plants for next spring, harvesting herbs, canning jams and jellies, and baking bread to store for those cold days ahead. The goals are set this spring are gaining momentum, and we're beginning to see the fruits of our labor, although it is important to rest. This is not a time for laziness and procrastination, cat. I get lazy when it's hot. Turn to the hot energy from the sun for inspiration. Although its strength is decreasing, it is still radiant and fiercely bright energy to tap into. So why not? So these are the harvest dollies here. There's a couple of them there. If you are feeling overwhelmed right now, simply go outside and enjoy the sun. Take a few minutes during your lunch break or over the weekend. It's okay. If it's not exactly a holiday of Lughnasadh, remember to enjoy the whole season, not just the day of Lughnasadh or Lamaz. Gonna jump back over here. Oh, so it wasn't always the body of Christ. Christianity is, like I said, I'm Christian. I was born a Christian, but they dip their toes into things, especially they thought paganism, like I said, was ways of the devil. And so by taking over the holidays of it as they done Yule, which is Christmas, and we can get into Ostara, which is Easter, and you see where I'm going with this. So they have a habit of kind of taking back and turning it more Christianized. So if you want to celebrate it, it's okay. So anyway, but again, even if you're not pagan, even if you're not Wiccan, to celebrate Lamaz, it's just having that gratitude and being thankful for the one bean that's in my garden, the 2 little cucumbers are about that big, and I think it's lovely. I'm going to make the smallest salad in the world you've ever seen. So anyway, but again, it's just about being thankful. Let's see. In fact, if you want to do a little mini altar jar, here's an idea. Just a glass jar. You want to put a candle in it. White or yellow represents the sun. You can do green as well because that is like the harvest. Corn, a little dish of corn, or any type of grain. Rice, if you want to put that in there, or wheat. Soil represents the fertility. That represents the womb of life there. Grain represents, again, fertility. Glass jar or cup. So that's a very simple little thing that you can do there. This is how you can make, this is the corn husk dolly here. Sara actually has one. You've seen it on her Synister String channel. But they're very easy to make. I'm just going to leave that up there just for a second while I finish reading this little thing here so you can get an idea if you wish to make one for yourselves. So the Lughnasadh candle ritual, using a color orange or yellow candle in our candle magic ritual, we honor the radiant glow of the sun. You can also use it to represent Lu, or any other deity you worship by surrounding the central candle with smaller green ones. We honor the earth's lush gifts. In the ritual, we connect with the rhythms of nature and the sacred cycles of life, embrace the radiant harvest glow, and celebrate the timeless spirit of Lughnasadh, where the earth's blessings and the sun's brilliance intertwine in harmony. Let's see here. So the colors of Lamaze are deep greens, apple reds. That is a Chinese maple leaf. Yes. Okay, sunny yellows, vibrant oranges, colors you see in nature around August 1st in your area, and that's all I'm going to say about that leaf. Okay, so, all right, so again, your altar items, dark red or orange crystals like carnelian, tiger's eye, amber. It's not a real crystal. It's actually tree sap that's petrified, or sap that's petrified. But it represents the heat of the sun, so that's a great one. Wheat grains, fruits, and veggies. Photos of past loved ones, because remember, this is about reverence. This is about remembering. Symbols of the sun, pine cones and flowers like sunflowers, marigolds, or yellow daisies. The sun tarot cards. Doing, like I said, scrying's a great thing to do, so why not? It's a great time to do a little quick tarot reading on yourself. Gold, brown, orange, green, and burgundy are the colors of the candles. Freshly baked breads and other baked goods. Gourds, cornucopia, ears of corn, or corn dollies. All right, so basically, so the supplies you need is one large or yellow candle to represent the sun, creativity, several small green candles, a match or a lighter. Light the central orange candle. This is if you want to do the candle ritual here. Envisioning the warm and nurturing energy of the sun filling the space. Give gratitude into your state of intent and state your intention. Very important. What is to come of me of the coming year? What shall I do to make these things prosper in my life? How can I bring more abundance? Ask the questions. Now is the time to do it. Gateways are open. Lovely, beautiful things here. The Lion's Gate's opening here, August 8th. Okay. There's more power coming in. You guys are going to get nailed with more power, and the Shaman residence is going to go through the roof again, and Grounded Center. All right. Where I get OCD. All right. Light the green candles. Starting from candle closest to the orange to the yellow. Light each green candle one by one, clockwise in the circle. Remember, clockwise, okay, is your wow, lacking words. Your building, okay? So like if I want to close a gateway, I go counterclockwise, okay, which is Widdershin, okay, which Widdershins is counterclockwise, and docile is clockwise. So anyway, so that's building. So you want to light your candles just like when you smudge a room. You want to do it in a clockwise manner in the room because you're building the energy of the sage and frequency in the room, okay? Let's see here. Meditations and reflection, a great time to do do that as well. So in closing, when you feel ready, express your thanks to the deities, spirits, and energies you call the beginning in the ritual. You can let the candles burn down completely or snuff them out. I prefer, again, I spit, and because the reason why I do that is because my spit has cat magic in it. No, it actually seals, especially if I've took time to dress the candles, maybe with herbs or some essential oils. It seals the candles, so later on, if I want to go back, here, I'll give you an idea. So this is Loki's candle I've been burning for my little man that's passed away. But this has sage in it, and this has, but every time I put it out, I pinch them. I don't just blow it out because I want that sage. And because remember, this is how you honor those who have passed on, by burning in smoke form, because the smoke form goes through to the spirit world. It goes through all the dimensions. So that's why they do smoke signals, and that's why they do all these lovely things that we shamans do. Okay, so the harvest spell: set an orange candle on either side of your cauldron. On a piece of paper, write the things you've harvested over the past year, maybe a job, maybe dating somebody that you were trying to date, whatever. Light the paper from one of the candles and let it burn in the cauldron. After it is done, put some corn or squash seeds in the cauldron. Again, this is a libation. Stir the seeds with your wand, visualizing white light coming in from the tip of the wand, filling the cauldron and entering into the seeds. Again, these seeds, we're going to be using them, but they are a form of libation if you think about it. When you feel the seeds have absorbed the energy, fill it, that they've filled up, stop, put the seeds into another container to be kept on the altar until next year's planting. So remember, planting with intent, putting love into seeds, putting your intent of what you want to accomplish. When the plant blooms and grows, it can release that energy that you put into it. You change its DNA by speaking to it and doing these intents. We're very powerful. We just don't give ourselves credit for our power. All right, so Lu was legendary to the Celts of gods of artistry and talent, okay? When I go back to Lu, I have another picture of him. Well, we'll go back here. He was gifted with many unique skills. Why not use this time to expand on creativity endeavors during the pagan holidays? Work on your hobbies or skills, talents. Sketch, draw, do runes, do sigils, which we're doing tonight. Be vulnerable. Try a new hobby that you've been hesitant to try. Every one of these classes gives me stress. In a good way. It pushes me out of my boundaries and my limits, and it's good though, because I grow from all of this. So it's not just you guys getting benefits by being here, it's me having you guys here, loving you. So yeah, so it's that symbiosis again going on there. So excuse me, draw mandalas, be vulnerable, try a new hobby, as I said, light a bonfire, tribute to the sun god Lu. Transformating through the power, an egg cleanse, which we're going to be doing next week. We're going to do an egg cleanse on ourselves, so I thought I would carry that over until next week. So I thought that was set up a beautiful and meaningful altar adorned with any deities you worship or symbolize during this lovely time of year. Sacred geometry, which is here's mine here. It is my there it is. That's my Metatron's cube there that I've created. I actually use it as a crystal. I put crystals on the outer ones represent the 6 chakras, and the heart is the chakra in the middle here. So I make crystal grids out of this with my intent behind it. So that's really cool to do there. A pentagram, make witch symbols, put it on your tools, anything you can do, anything you can think of, prosperity, fruition goals, gathering, harvesting, tenacity, honor, give, donate. That's another lovely thing that you can actually do, is actually donate food to food shelters. If you have an overabundance. My friend Julie in here, my lovely little friend Julie, I usually get some of her garden every year. I love her cherry tomatoes. I eat them like they're candy. So I'm very thankful for that. So as I said, did we read this one? Yes, we did read that one. Go away. Okay, so the kidnapping, I'm just trying to make sure I got all my banners in here. Okay, I think we're down to this one. So again, the herbs of Lamaze are apple leaf, basil, clover, heather, ivy, poppy, peony, rosemary, sunflower, and yarrow. Animals are calves, pigs, roosters, salmon, and crow. Oils, basil, frankincense, rosemary, sandalwood. Altar decorations would be barley, bread, corn, the scythe, or as I had over here, my bowling, sunflowers and the sun wheel, crystals and stones, citrine, golden topaz, moss, agate, obsidian, tiger's eye, and aventurine. And this is the blessing. Lamaze blessings, hoof and horn, all that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, all that falls shall rise again. So jumping over to comments, and I think we are going to do some runes. What do you guys say? I'm done with my dissertation here. So everybody doing okay? This is time for us to paint the house. There you go. What color are you thinking about painting it there, Adam and Vincent? Blue? Tan? What? Is it dust? What was it? All right. So anyway, and also too, I just want to remember, because I forgot to say this on Lord Ganesh last time, Lord Ganesh. The key to your success is overcoming your limited beliefs in yourself, okay, and to know that you can achieve greatness. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys there, because I meant to say it in last class and I forget because I get carried away doing things. All right, so we have the visor. Do you guys remember the visor here? Okay, this is actually a Nordic. They use this to navigate their ships by, and it's really cool. Like I said, this is a piece of paper. I printed it off, and if you take it and put it on a plastic placemat and Mod Podge the front of it, let it dry, peel it off, and then flip it over and do the same thing to the back. It's a mat now. Look at this. It's not paper anymore. It's so cool how that works. So I've got the big visor down here. I'm going to drop you guys down. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so I got my bowl of crystals over here. All right. This is actually from Hawaii. I forgot that I had this in my oh my goodness, I can't even think now. I forgot that I had this in my apothecary. Thank you. So anyway, but that's actually from Hawaii, which is really cool. It's kind of hard to see here. I just love the colors of it. It just reminds me of the ocean and just anyway, so the runes we're using tonight are going to be my cubed runes. So there's actually 24 runes on here, 25 because some sets have 25, and the 25th rune is actually the blank rune, which is actually Odin, the Nordic god Odin, which represents basically ask again later, or anyway, basically just telling you that the future is fluid and that it can change, and basically it's just telling you that that part that you're asking is not formed yet. I don't have Odin in these. I don't have the blank rune in here, so we're going to read what falls for us here. Okay, so let me jump over to comments. All right. I think we're going to start with Julie. Julie, put a thought, intent, something, just put it into the dice here, my lovely dice, and we'll give them a roll, and we'll do a reading and see what we have going for you there. There we go. Julie. Okay, so we have man over here, which is progress. The future changes. This means movement as well. So that's a really good thing. Over here we have protection. And again, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting off of these after I tell you what they mean, okay? Protection, counsel, and I know this has to do with your group as well here, okay? And then we have friendship, optimism. Let's see here. That's not, but that was in the soul is what this one actually represents. So that one's quite interesting there. And this one means harvest, ironically. We're doing harvest tonight, and this one represents harvest. And that also represents legacies and peace, okay? So I'm going to tell you what I'm getting off of each one here, Julie. So this one here, I'm kind of getting this as protection, but I'm also getting this as your group. I know that you help people with spiritual things, as we all do. But I'm getting off of this one that this is protection. This is, you're getting really good with your protection and practicing that protection with you. So that's fantastic there, Julie, is what I'm actually getting off of this one. This one I'm getting friendship, optimism. I'm getting positive things coming off of this, coming towards you and towards your group is what I'm getting, because these kind of were near each other, and that's what I'm getting off of those two things. I'm feeling like there's a new project that you're putting your time into, and I really feel that that project's going to take off. What's the new project, Julie? You have something that has to do psychically. It's a new project that you've got in the mix, and I'm seeing it coming to fruition, because that's the harvest that you're seeing here. Okay, this is your harvest. So I'm seeing you, and I'm seeing the movement towards it. So this is a project that you have going on with your spirit group, if this makes sense to you. And this, the harvest is coming to be, and it's the fruition, and everything is being planted. So what new project? You got to let me know what new project you got going on there, girl. Ha ha ha. All has meaning. Okay, good. All right. So those are all good things, Julie. Keep up with that psychic protection too. As we go up, can't wait to catch you up. Okay, super. I can't wait to hear. I'm sorry I missed your party the other day. I had a stupid tooth. I'm still trying to get in to see the dang dentist. But anyway, but it was acting up that day, and I wouldn't have been good company. So my apologies. But I do want to come over and have a pool day with you. Let's do Vincent. Let's go, Vincent. My buddy, my son, my prodigy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Vincent. Put a thought, put a question into my magic dice here. Are you in here, Vincent? Are you sleeping, Vincent? Stop playing with the cat and listen. Okay, I'm dumping the dice there, Vincent. Give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're here. All right, here you go, Vincent. This is you. You had that last time. You had that last time. You had that last time, and you had that one. You're so welcome, Julie. You're so welcome. So we're going to start off with this one over here, okay? Again, this is potential, freedom, conclusion, and consequences, okay? And this, he's channeling his thoughts. He said, okay, thank you, Vincent. The line was busy. I just came through. Okay, let's see here. It's marking endings and completions of things. So we're going to talk about that in a second there, Vincent. And then we have victory, and again, that's playing with that one as well. Clear visions, honor, achievement, and rest, and it's almost like a little mini vacation coming off of that. Wood is, this represents wood, energy, positivity, lust, knowledge. But again, this is a gateway. This is an opening. This is can you, and it's opening, and this one represents strength here, which is limits, upheavals, risk, delays, and shadows. Okay, so this one is separate from these, Vincent, if this makes sense. This is showing me that there is still some more shadow work, which is great, because we're going to be doing the solar retrieval class next week, so that will help with this little bugger over here. This is more spirituality. It's almost like you're having an inner battle with yourself about what to believe and what not to believe in, is what I'm getting off of that. But I'm also getting some child shadow work that still kind of needs to be pulled off you, and some cords need to be tied from that. That's what I'm getting off of that Vincent over here. Okay, honey. So this one is, again, potential freedom. I'm getting a release, and I'm going to say in the family. I'm getting a release. Something that's been pressuring you in your family is going to be released. That makes sense, Adam. So, but there's something in your family that has been pressing on you, almost like, again, like that millstone holding you down at the bottom of the pond, and something's getting released here. And I'm going to say within 2 or 3 months, something's going to release. And you're going to have, it's going to come in like a second wind for you. It's almost like it's going to put the wind back in your sails, if that makes sense. Whether it's a new business adventure or you're taking off and trying something new. And that's what I'm kind of feeling with that. And also a break from a spiritual thing in your family, whether it's a karmic debt that may be being played out and it's going to be released. And that's going to happen within 3 months. And that's where it kind of ties into the shadow as well over here. Again, the Kanu to me, that's opening, that's energy, that's lust. And when I say lust, lust isn't always a bad thing. When we try new things and we go out, and that's lust, believe it or not. There's lust in that. That's passion. That's part of the lust, is that passion that drives us. So it can lead up to love. It doesn't mean it's just lust and it's going to burn itself out, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of getting like a business venture and a release going on over here. A little spiritual shadow work still needs to be done over here, but you have an opening. And I'm also kind of seeing a vacation coming up very soon. Were you planning on taking a vacation here within the next 2 months? That's what I'm getting off of that. So anyway, that's what I'm getting for those readings. Lush, lust, L-U-S-T, not lush. All right, let's do Shane. Oh, no, Jasmine's in here too. Let's do Shane, and then I'll do Jasmine. Jasmine, you still here, honey bunny? So just drop your names below, or just say hello below so I know that you're still hanging out with us. So let's do Shane. Shane, you're still here, dear? Shane, I'm gonna do here we go. So getting in touch with your spiritual side, sometimes it's scary for some people. They don't know, some people are atheists. Some people don't know what to believe in. Some people, you don't know. Remember, your reality is your belief system, and your belief system comes from your experiences. So the more you meditate and the more you open up to those experiences, the more you're going to see answers to the questions that you're seeking, if that makes sense, Vincent. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, Jasmine left. All right, Shane, here we are. Here we are. Oh, look at this one. Oh, you're doubled up. Okay, so again, we have harvest over here. We have potential freedom. So something you've been working on, Shane, that you've been really frustrated in fighting with, like us trying to get out of this house. I'm using that as an example, by the way, is this is going to be, it's breaking soon. This is the harvest that's coming to be, if that makes sense. This is your strength. This is your self-endurance. This is your rebirth. And we know what this is going through here. And this is, again, this is strength. This is promotion. This is your health in influencing your health through yourself. And so we know we had a little health scare and that panned out. So this is your strength coming back into play. You're really buckling down. You quit smoking, and lovely things are coming to you. Your health is going to start getting better, and things are going to start coming. Something that you wanted that's coming to fruition here. It's going to come to harvest. That freedom you've been feeling oppressed for so long. It's showing me the oppression's breaking, if that makes sense, Shane. Jasmine! Jasmine. What's your thoughts? Questions? Into my wounds, please. Go. Good reading, Shane. Okay, Jasmine, here we go. There, sweet cheeks. Modest. Okay, so got a couple in here that are new to us. So this one over here, this is ambition, light, a breakthrough, growth, cosmic consciousness. This is your spirituality going up even higher to the next level, if that makes sense. Jasmine, I'm seeing a lot of your hard work is really coming to fruition here. Constraint, that's what this one represents over here. And I'm seeing that as being released from you through, because this means patience as well, and omens, stress, and obstacles and necessity. Remember, when something gets in your way, who do we call in? Lord Ganesha, Lord Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. Okay, that omnipresence, you want to call him in, and he'll come in and give you the strength and help remove things from that's in your way. And this is your shamanism here. This actually stands for warrior, sacrifice, intrigue, courage, and justice. So something that you've been seeking justice for, that karma is coming to light. It's so hot in here, I'm sticking to things. So anyway, so that's you coming to the light there, and things are coming to the strength, to the constraint. That's getting lifted there. And so the light, this is your breakthrough. This is your spiritual growth. This is your shamanism here. Okay, if that makes sense to you. This is your patience and the struggles that you've overcome through your strength, if that makes sense. This is all your shamanism here, if that totally makes sense to you, Jasmine. So you're on the right track. You're doing all the lovely things. And next week, we're definitely going to be helping in that process of it even more. Sara, you still here, or are you off doing a video somewhere, or hiding in the corner playing with Malcolm? Sara, I'm going to do it. Here we go, Sara. Last one I'm doing. Anybody else who's coming in, let me know now, because I'm going to tip the camera back to Sara. Here we go. So, okay. Oh, I need a drink. Give me 1 second, guys. It's really warm in here. So Sara had this one before, which represents flow of emotion, psychic, feminine. But I'm seeing this is, again, it's always business with her. Business, business, business. You're so welcome, Jasmine. Absolutely welcome. And this one is wealth fulfillment. Again, business. Here we go. Power, material gain. And again, this is all about money, 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 money. So that's what's going on here. This is limits, upheavals, risk, delays, and shadows. So this one we'll talk about in a second. And this one over here represents destiny, mystery, secret sexuality, and initiation is what I get off of this one. This is a gateway. This is opening up, and this pertains to your business as well. You have new things new ventures that you're working on, Sara, which I'm well aware of, and this is that taking off there. Okay. But this over here is limits, risk, delays. This is telling you, oh, Adam, I'll do you. I'm sorry, sweetness. Oh my goodness. That's right. I'm so used to doing you first and then Vincent. I skipped right over your butt. Okay, I'll do you in a second, Adam. Thank you for letting me know, sweetheart. Short memory. So anyway, so this is you taking risks to get this accomplishment, that financial gain, and everything that you're looking forward to. So Adam, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. That's just how my brain works. It jumps from one channel to the next. Put your thoughts into the dice there, my friend. That's right. Save the best for last. Let's see the lust come out here. Okay, so again, oh my goodness, my throat is all tickly now. All right, so you always seem to get this one, which is this one I believe is partnership. It's partnership, loves, gifts, fortune. So I'm seeing like the love life, and not just with your husband, but all aspects of love. This is maternal, this is paternal, this is everything. This is your family. I'm seeing the love growing even more in your family because you got the flow behind that. Um, so that's quite interesting there. This is your emotions. This is also your psychic abilities. This is also your feminine side, your dream state, intuition. So this one I'm getting to do moon magic. It's good to do a moon ritual or even just collecting moon water. Putting water out in a glass bowl. I like glass over plastic because plastic changes the molecular structure of the water. So use the glass. Glass is all natural. It's of sand. It's of the earth. So put always your water in a glass container when you're leaving it out in the sun or the moonlight. Okay, so you can bless your crystals with it. You can do it, just adds more psychic ability to whatever situation that you are doing. Also, collecting thunder water is another great thing when it's thundering and lightning outside. Again, the glass bowl, collect the water in it when it's thundering and lightning. The ions and the energy in that water is electrifying, literally. Okay, so this one actually stands for victory, clear vision, honor, achievement, and rest. And again, this I'm also getting that almost like you're taking another vacation. You guys take vacations all the damn time. I'm just kidding. So, and again, you have protection over here, which is what you've actually been working on. You've been doing a lot of meditations. I'm seeing you've been really focusing. Yoga work. I'm seeing yoga work. I'm seeing you really getting more into that spiritual aspect of it. Releasing. There's a thunderstorm right now. That's funny. Go collect the water. So, but anyway, this is strength in that. Your strength in your intuition is really starting to come in through the yoga, opening up all those chakras. We're going to be talking about the Hara chakra next week. I'm not going to tell you what the Hara chakra is, but this is where we do soul retrievals through it, and I will explain it to you next week. So, and again, partnership and the love is coming into you. And I'm tipping my camera back up. So, anyway, so that's the craziness going on there. It's so warm in here. Oh, I'm sweating. I had my window closed because it was so windy. It was supposed to get 70-mile-an-hour winds here. So, anyway, so I think I have one more blessing for you guys. Hang on one second. Let's see here. Blessings. Lamask blessings. Wishing you love on this sacred day as you reflect on all the seeds you planted, the blessings you cultivated, and the dreams that have yet to come true. This is what I wish for each and every one of you. So, next week, soul retrieval, so that will be fun. So you need 1 egg per person, so 2 eggs if it's you and Vincent. And Angie, little tiny egg for Angie. So we're actually going to do an egg cleanse on ourselves, and we're going to see what's inside the egg after we do it and break it into a glass of water. And I'm going to tell you how to read the egg, and it will actually tell you spiritually what's going on with you. So it's really quite cool and how that works. So we'll be doing that next week with this little short soul retrieval, explaining what the soul retrieval is and so forth and so on. So again, I thank you all for being here tonight, and I cannot thank you enough for coming and spending your time with me. Adam and Vincent, love you guys, and Angie, Jasmine, my beautiful modest, as well as Adam as being my modest, and Sara and Shane and Majuli. I love you, my friends, and anybody else who comes and stumbles along the channel later on. Thank you for coming and stumbling on in, and please like and subscribe so I can get my craziness out there. So the 31st of July, okay, sunset, light the fire, and celebrate until August 1st that morning. And there is your, but again, if you can't do anything big, just do in the little jar that we discussed earlier, you know, the little tiny jar. Here it is right there. Just a little mini jar. People don't need to know that you're pagan. People don't need to know that you're a witch or whatever. And even if you don't celebrate this, you can still celebrate the tradition of it. And it's all about gratitude, and that's what it all comes down to. So again, I thank you all for being here. I love you guys, and remember, you keep shining that light, guys. Shine, shine, shine. Love you all, and see you next week.